everyone, in this video I will explain about if conditional. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Aldreine Vanda Kauntu, class 11 Science 2 number 1. I study at Regina Pacis High School, Jakarta. I made this project because of the task from Miss Diaz and also to increase knowledge for the audience. First of all, I will explain about the definition of conditional sentence. A conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses a condition and the outcome of the condition occurring. The if clause tells you the condition. For example, if you study hard, and the main clause tells you the result. For example, you will pass your exams. The order of the clauses does not change the meaning. There are 4 different types of conditional sentence in English. Each expresses a different degree of probability that a situation will occur or would have occurred under certain circumstances. There are 0 conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional. Let's look at each of these different types of conditional sentence in more detail. 0 conditional. 0 conditional expresses something as a fact. When we use a 0 conditional, we're talking about a general truth rather than a specific instance of something. The structure is if plus simple present, simple present. Can be seen in the table for if plus simple present is in the if clause or condition with 50% possibility. And for the next simple present, it is in the main clause or result with 100% certainty. So for the if clause, if this thing happens and the main clause, that thing happens. For example, if it rains, the grass gets wet. If I drink too much coffee, I can't sleep at night. As in all conditional sentence, the order of the clauses is not fixed. You may have to rearrange the pronouns and adjust the punctuation when you change the order of the clauses, but the meaning is identical. Like in the first example, you can move the clauses around, so it will be the grass gets wet if it rains. In 0 conditional sentence, you can replace if with when because both express general truth. The meaning will be unchanged. Now, I will give you an example of a 0 conditional dialogue. What do you usually do on your holiday? If I stay at home, I spend time with my sister. So you don't go anywhere? Well, I go to the cinema if my sister asks me. The next one is first conditional. First conditional refers to a situation that is possible or realistic. It is used to express situations in which the outcome is likely but not guaranteed to happen in the future. We use the 0 conditional when a certain result is guaranteed. If the result is likely, use the first conditional. The structure is if plus simple present, simple future. Can be seen in the table for if plus simple present is in the if clause or condition with 50% possibility. And for the simple future, it is in the main clause or result with 100% certainty. So for the if clause or condition, if this thing happens, and the main clause or result, that thing will happen. For example, if he studies hard, he will do well in the exam. If it rains, I will not play outside. Now I will give you an example of a first conditional dialogue. I can't wait to see James at the final competition tonight. Why? If he wins, he will treat us next week. Really? Yes, will you come tonight? I will come if I get my father's permission. The next one is second conditional. Second conditional is to talk about improbable or impossible situations in the present or future. The structure is if plus simple past, present conditional. Can be seen in the table for if plus simple past, it is in if clause or condition with 0 to 5% possibility. And for the present conditional, it is in main clause or result with 100% certainty. So for the if clause or condition, if this thing happened, and the main clause or result, that thing would happen. For example, if I had more time, I would exercise more. If I were you, I would not leave tonight. Now, I will give you an example of a second conditional dialogue. My phone dropped when I got out of the car. I'm so relieved it's not broken. But the scratches are everywhere. If I were you, I would buy a new phone. I would buy the new one if I had more money. And the last one is third conditional. Third conditional is to explain that present circumstances would be different if something different had happened in the past. We often use the third conditional to describe regrets. These express a condition that were likely but regrettably did not happen. The structure is if plus past perfect, perfect conditional. Can be seen in the table for if plus past perfect is in the if clause or condition with 0% possibility. And for the perfect conditional, it is in the main clause or result with 100% certainty. So for the if clause or condition, if this thing had happened, and the main clause or result, that thing would have happened. For example, if she had studied, she would have passed the exam. If he had talked to me, I would have listened to him. Now I will give you an example of a third conditional dialogue. Have you found your cat? Yes, I have. I wouldn't have found it if Shaun had not helped me. What a relief. I'm sorry I couldn't help you at that time. It's okay. By the way, how was your holiday in France? It was so exciting. If my mother had not called me, I would have stayed longer. This is the source of my material, as you can see. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you all.